This is Mctv News in Manchester. Today, Wednesday, February the 18th. My name is Peter Yarrow.
And my name's Joanna Dyson. Stories today follow Viraj Mendes, still in sanctuary, the storm over ratepayers' money spent on facilities for gay people, and the sorry state of Manchester's deregulated buses. But first, Viraj Mendes. Peter.
Hundreds of people have made voluntary donations to the Viraj Mendes Defence Campaign. The support Viraj has received over the past 2 years is an indication of just how strongly people feel about the Home Office's deportation order against him. Khaled Latif sends us this report.
I'm speaking to you today from outside the Ascension Church in Hume. In the building next to me, Viraj Mendes has taken refuge from the Home Office, who have served a deportation writ against him.
I spoke with Viraj Mendes.
This started in 1984, in May 1984, when the Home Office approached me and they took proceedings against me to deport me. I've been politically active for the last 7 years now in anti-racist work, especially in anti-deportations. And of course the Home Office want to deport me to Sri Lanka, where I face execution. So this is their sort of answer to me, or this is the punishment they have for my political organizing.
I also spoke with Father John.
The sanctuary will last as long as it takes. In other words, having made the stand in defence of Viraj's life, the church is not going to turn around and say, well, all right, we don't think your life is quite so important as we did. That's obviously not going to happen. So there's no question of a limit being placed on the amount of time that you can stay here. On the other hand, it's very much left to the Home Office to decide how long it's going to last from their angle.
And I've had harassment all the way through. Before the deportation proceedings and after. And we have always fought against it. But as you can imagine, my sort of my experience of the British state has not been a happy one.
And that was Khaled Latif. How much trouble have you been having catching your bus? Well, since deregulation of the buses on October 26th last year, the promise was for a new dawn of public transport free from the constraints of a social conscience. But the last 3 months have only produced anger and frustration among the public, bus drivers and their union, and Manchester City Council, who have limited powers in the matter. They all rallied at a recent Bring Buses Back demo, where Labour's shadow transport spokesperson Bob Hughes told the gathering that deregulation must be replaced by a transport policy that has a social conscience. However, Maine's peak pacer service from Glossop to Ashton is to go after March the 1st, their chairman explaining that they have to look first and foremost to the commercial viability of each and every route. From now on, there will be no flights of fancy.
Ratepayers in Manchester expect to see value for their money. As ratepayers, lesbians and gay men have the right to expect some council services, yet several of the latest council initiatives have stirred up controversy. Among them, plans to build a new centre for gay men. Also, plans for a lesbian centre started nearly 2 years ago, met with hostility. Lesbian ratepayer Christine from Levenshulme says she can't go to a heterosexual disco or dance because of the reaction there would be to her lifestyle. This is one of the reasons why the City Council is backing plans for centres for lesbian and gay men, so that they can have facilities where they feel safe.
Do you recognise this man? Chief Constable James Anderton is again coming under fire, this time from Labour City Councillor Graham Stringer, who has called Greater Manchester's police force private and secretive. He also made allegations of corruption in the force.
Tory councillors have declared war on a proposed CND peace fair. They object to plans giving free use of Victoria Park, Warrington, for the event in June. The Tories say various charity groups have been refused free use of council venues, but Councillor John Gartside, Deputy Council Leader, said the Tories made no complaints when the RAF and other services held recruiting drives in the town and were granted free use of the site.
And now, the present and future of Ardwick Youth Club. Khalid Latif reports.
There's a lot of boys that are out of work. We have a day space downstairs, which I don't actually think covers enough. I mean, we have the badminton room. It's never in use. I've never seen it in use. We have a table tennis table. I think that gets used once a week. The children are just bored out of their mind and they're just too lazy to do anything about it.
I put some of these points raised by Doreen to George Davidson, the new head of the Ardwick Centre.
The thing you need to do is look towards the needs of the community. I think one thing that could be doing with here is a sort of community identity, where the people in the community would identify with the building as their resource, belonging to them, being run by them. If we can get people in the community to feel and identify with the building as their resource and help to develop it themselves, I think that would be the way I would see it happening.
Now then, is the age of romance dead? What? No! Well, that's the opinion of Lisa Abrahams and David Caulfield, who sent up Valentine's Day balloons for each other in St Anne's Square, where they both work. And to find out what Valentine's Day means to the people of Manchester, we sent the intrepid Peter Littler out to try and discover that bright, elusive red balloon of love.
Choose someone as an ideal Valentine, who would you choose?
What, a film star or what?
Yeah, somebody famous.
Tom Cruise. No, Matt Dillon.
Matt Dillon. What do you like about Matt Dillon?
Because he reminds me of a lad that I fancy.
Really? Is anyone you'd like?
Tom Cruise.
What do you like about Tom Cruise?
His body. Richard Gere.
What do you like about him?
His body.
Somebody famous, Paul Newman. Yeah.
What do you like about him?
A lot. I'll show what I don't like about him, we'll keep it short and sweet.
Sylvester Stallone.
And why would you choose him?
Just would.
Is there anybody you'd like?
No.
So that was the news from Mctv, and from me, Joanna Dyson.
And me, Peter Yarrow.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.